My name is Gavin Belk, and I'm from Austin Global Studies at Austin High School. And we're here at Green Farms to learn about the carbon cycle. Carbon dioxide is the main molecule that transfers throughout the reservoir. It's the most threatening greenhouse gas.
I'm here with Jake, and he's going to give us a quick summary of the carbon cycle.
So, carbon cycle is the process in which plants or plant life is grabbing carbon from the atmosphere. This atmosphere is something like, don't count me on this, but 30% carbon, but it's not available for the life on the planet until plant life is using solar energy, grabs carbon out of the atmosphere and retains the carbon in its mass as it grows. It grows using carbon, and it basically is carbon, and then that carbon enters the rest of the life on the planet when the plants start to break down.
Can you tell us some ways that GreenGate contributes to the carbon cycle?
So the carbon cycle is constantly happening all over the world. There are plants all over the world, trees and plants all over the world. And so GreenGate doesn't necessarily increase the carbon cycle because the carbon cycle is going to happen all the time no matter what. The difference that GreenGate makes is, as an organic farm, it, I suppose, slows the rate of the carbon cycle. So plants everywhere are grabbing carbon out of the air and they're holding on to it, and then it eventually becomes part of the terrestrial layers, the soil and whatnot. The carbon can be held in the air, in the soil, in the terrestrial layers for literally thousands of years. It can last there and sit there and stay there before it releases back into the atmosphere naturally for thousands of years. When conventional farms, industrial farms, work the land, they are tilling really aggressively, and every time you disturb the soil, you're allowing carbon to escape from the soil and enter the atmosphere again. That isn't discussed so often, but that's one of the biggest contributions to greenhouse gases and therefore climate change, is the intense working of the soil that then allows carbon to escape. The thing on organic farms is organic farms try to mitigate that and try to not work the land as intensely and let the land kind of retain its natural qualities as much as possible, so the carbon stays put much longer. And
Hi guys, I'm also from the Academy of Global Studies.
Carbon is good because it's in all living things and in our atmosphere.
Carbon is in almost everything and in living organisms.
Carbon dioxide is the main molecule that is transferred throughout the reservoirs. It is also one of the most threatening greenhouse gases.
Carbon cycle is how carbon is transferred between the four reservoirs. Carbon moves from the atmosphere to the biosphere to the earth we live on, to photosynthesis, where plants make their own food. From atmosphere to biosphere, carbon is transferred by respiration, which is animals breathing.